Scott, after some success in the Cup on Tuesday night, we return to league action on Saturday as we travel to Cambridge. Can I get your thoughts out of that game?
Yeah, looking forward to the game. I like going to Cambridge. I think it's a really nice ground, little ground. Always a nice pitch there. So yeah, we're looking forward to the game. Having watched them, they got beat against Stockport in their first game, but I actually thought they played really well in the game. I thought they were the team that had the most control in the game. I felt they were good with the ball. Really kind of clear philosophy of how they play. So yeah, it's a good one for us, but a game we're looking forward to.
Yeah, and obviously after the success of Tuesday night, there's lots of players who've now gained extra minutes that will be a lot fitter for the game. So plenty of things to think about, I guess, for yourself. Not necessarily to start the game, but also coming off the bench as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think we've got good strength and depth. So yeah, expect some changes certainly in the second half of the game. But no, we've trained well this week, and the players who played last Saturday and was included in the game on Tuesday, they've done a little bit less today. But we'll bring everybody back again tomorrow to finish off with our preparation.
Yeah, we spoke after the game on Tuesday about the morale and how keeping a winning run is so important for a football club. So to make it 3 from 3 would be an extra boost, wouldn't it? But what was the mood like in training after the first 2 games?
Yeah, it's always good after a win. But I think the biggest thing for me, from a coaching point of view, is it just gets buy-in from the players. Obviously, it's a new group. We're coaching them a hell of a lot of detail, and when you get a couple of wins with 2 different teams in effect, it really helps because you get more buy-in from the players, and they start to believe in what we're coaching and what we're talking about in meetings, and it becomes a little bit clearer to them. And yeah, it kind of helps because of course they then start believing and having more confidence to actually play with a little bit more swagger, which we want. So yeah, we use that as a vehicle.
Yeah, we spoke to Toby actually on that point, Toby Malarkey, and he said that he enjoyed playing this style so much. Is that a big thing as well? Do you want the players to enjoy it? Because I suppose that will get extra buy-in if they're liking the way they're playing as well.
I think every footballer likes to play with the ball. I think if you go up and down the country and speak to all players, I think every player likes to play in a team that has the ball. And we're very big on that. We're very big on having control of the game, having the ball. When the ball turns over, we want to be aggressive to win it back quickly. And players enjoy that as well. They enjoy that side of it. And, especially when you see good results by doing it. Of course, there's going to be times when we don't quite get it right. There's going to be times when we potentially lose games but play well. But the process will always be the same.
Yeah, and I suppose that's why it's so good to see so many of the players who didn't start on Saturday's league game picking up that information, because it almost feels like Christmas when we're looking at our calendar at the moment. We're pretty much Saturday, Tuesday for the whole of August, so there is going to be some times where players are going to need to step in. We're probably going to have to deal with injuries at some stage. It's natural for a football club, aren't we? So it's pleasing, isn't it, to see how quickly they've all picked up the information, because we can end up needing everyone, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so, and that is a pleasing thing for me. The fact that we've fielded 2 different teams in many ways. I know there was the back 3 obviously played on Saturday. The goalkeeper, Max Anderson, and Jeremy Kelly kind of shared the minutes with Junior. Apart from that, it was pretty much a different team in many ways. To see both teams play in exactly the same manner, same style, same kind of rotations, same attitude to go and win the ball back when it turns over, is really pleasing for me, especially when we've only had that group collectively for 6 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever it's been now. So yeah, that's a really big positive for me as a coach, to see that the lads who have not kind of played as much take on board that information as well.
Yeah, how have the squad come through the first 2 games? Obviously we know about the injuries that we've had before, but was there sort of any fresh concerns after the first 2 games? Just
couple of little bumps and bruises, nothing to be worried about. We've had to off feet 1 or 2 players today that was involved on Tuesday night, but they'll be definitely ready to train tomorrow in preparation for Saturday.
We know that your attention will be all on Cambridge, but we have to sort of reflect a little bit on the cup draw last night. It was a brilliant draw for the club, the first competitive Sussex derby since 1992. an amazing draw. I know you've obviously got friends at Brighton as well. You spoke a lot about Andrew Crofts, behind the scenes. So it must be an exciting draw for yourself and for the club.
Yeah, I texted Crofty straight away actually after the draw. So we had a bit of banter on the text messaging last night. But no, I'm really pleased with the draw. It's local, so I ain't got to travel far. Straight away, my mind goes straight into the preparation of that. What does it look like? Can we have pre-match here? Will it work that way? And so like my mind starts racing towards the preparation to that. But I think it's a great draw for us. Obviously playing at an unbelievable stadium, and it's local. And it'll be a game we're looking forward to.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Scott, Cambridge, what do you think their strengths are and who are the key players you need to look out for?
I think they've got a lot of key players, to be honest with you. A couple that I've coached myself in, Digby and Brophy. They're two good players who play in the middle of the park. But yeah, they're a threat. They're comfortable in possession. They make a lot of passes, but they've got it about them to be. They can switch really quickly to being really front foot and not that I wouldn't say direct. That's probably being disrespectful, but they do play with the ball, but they can switch quickly and hurt you in behind and ask questions if you're high up the pitch. So I was actually quite impressed with them at Stockport. I thought they actually had, I don't know what the possession stats were, but they were definitely in charge of the ball more than Stockport was. Stockport scored a goal from pretty much direct play, certainly the first one where Wootton flicked it on and Louis Barry kind of run on the end of it and lobbed the keeper from a distance. But I actually thought Cambridge played well in the game. I think, listen, Stockport's a ruthless team. They know how to put you to bed even when they don't have the ball, sort of thing. But I actually thought that Cambridge did well in the game. Watched a bit of their game on Tuesday night against QPR as well. Again, I thought there was a lot that was good about them. So we need to be really on our best, our very best to get anything from this game.
Yeah, and over the last two games, Jeremy Kelly obviously only played a half on Tuesday night. Seeing it live, I didn't appreciate how good his through ball was to Rushan for the goal. How important a player is Jeremy Kelly going to be for you this year, do you think?
Yeah, Jeremy Kelly's an unbelievable player for me. I think he's a fantastic footballer. I really do. He's just so good. I just love watching him. I really enjoy him when he plays wide left. He seems to come inside the shape really smoothly, carries the ball so well, kind of runs faster with the ball than he does without it. When you play him deep as a pivot, he's fine at receiving the ball, making passes, driving, into space. When you play him as a number 10, he finds space. He receives it on the half turn, he makes things happen. Like you say, his ball for Rushan's goal was just incredible. He was involved in the action just leading up to that, where he made a couple of passes, I think, with Max Anderson, I believe it was, and then he kind of turned, recognised the space, little lift over the top into space for Rushan to run onto. He's a fantastic footballer. It was pleasing that actually both goals come from our number 10s making the assists, so that's pleasing for me because that's what they're there for, And then you saw obviously Jack Rolls on Tuesday night score 2 fantastic goals from that position, for them number 10 positions as well, so that was pleasing. Jeremy Kelly's a really, really good footballer.
And I don't know if you probably are aware of this stat, but it came out this week that Crawley, only one team has won more games than them in 2024, and that's Doncaster, I think. You've won 15 level with Leeds in second place.
Is that true? I didn't know that.
That's quite a pleasing stat, isn't it?
Very pleasing. Yeah, no, that's really good. We need to continue that though, There's no point kind of coming off that. We want to put our foot to the floor with that and continue that. That's really good. Something that I might use now. Now I know that information, I'll use that with the players and say that, we need to continue this. But that's good work. Yeah,
obviously with that, your success and that, you're always going to be connected with other jobs. This week we've seen Preston sack their manager. You're already favourite with the bookies. I mean, how did you handle that? Because I think personally that every time a job comes up, you're going to be connected with it now, whether it's Championship, League 1, League 2. So is that add pressure to you? Do you take notice of it? And I don't know what your feelings are on it.
It doesn't add pressure to me. It doesn't change anything. Nothing changes with the way I work, with the way I focus on the job that I'm doing. Of course, it's it's always nice to be connected to certainly bigger clubs and clubs in the championships. It's fantastic to be linked to them sort of jobs in many ways. But my focus is clear to me that I've got to keep my eye on the ball with the job that I'm doing here, and that won't change until I'm told otherwise.
Excellent. And Tuesday night showed how many options you've got in the squad. And I think Gary from the BBC asked you about it actually though, but selection now, how hard is it for you, or do you find it easy you've got the two squads effectively that you picking a team for Saturday?
No, it's really clear to me, really clear. The boys who played last Saturday were outstanding against a very good Blackpool team. Blackpool, that we've highlighted in other interviews, that they finished 3 points off the playoffs last season. Arguably, probably maybe a better squad this year, Blackpool, than there was last year. Maybe Blackpool fans might disagree, I don't know. But they're a good squad, and I'd say they finished 3 points off the playoffs. So we knew that was going to be a tough game. I thought we were outstanding in that game. Played really well. And then of course the boys who played on Tuesday night did really well against a good Swindon team. So, but now it's really clear for me. It's been clear pretty much all week what it looks like at Cambridge.